All right. Well, I think it's a good time to go ahead and get started. So, thank you all once again for joining me on this training. This is our new executive orientation training that we do typically once or twice a month. This month, we got quite a few training events going on, so we only did it once this month. And this particular training session is actually a 3 session event. So, I'll show you here. Here's what the agenda looks like for today. So this is our first session at 9 a.m. Of course, everything here is going to be Pacific time that I'm referring to. Our next session is going to be at 11 a.m. and then our last one is going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific. So what happens is we'll go from 9 to about 9:45, and then you'll have about an hour and 15-minute break, and then we'll jump on again at 11 a.m. and then we'll jump on for the last one at 1 p.m. So each session at maximum will be about an hour long, and then we'll have an hour break and then we'll jump back on. So hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, once again, you can ask your questions at the top right of your screen and in your GoToWebinar control panel, and then I'll address anything that you guys have there. But let's go ahead and let's jump into our first session for today. So this is going to be about an introduction to the brand. And then we're going to dive into some of the basic marketing materials like business cards, pocket folders. If you're looking for name badges and listing presentations, we're going to make sure you know how to get access to that. Then we're going to talk about our international communications. You know, how do we communicate with you? What are the types of things we communicate with you from international? And then we'll go over all the customer service chat lines so you know how to get a hold of our team throughout the week. So if you have any concerns with our Prime Agent tools or just any general questions, you can reach out to our customer service team in 3 different ways. So we'll talk about that in just a bit. So let's go ahead and kick this off first off with an introduction to the brand. Once again, my name is David Salai. I'm the VP of Training and Product Development here for International. And I'm going to first start it off with who we are. And many of you probably already know who we are because we've been around in many of your communities for quite some time. You know, Realty Executives has been around since 1965. Just a couple years ago, we celebrated our 50-year anniversary. So this is quite amazing. In fact, what I'll show you here is over the past 50 years, we've been able to develop primarily in the United States and Canada. So if I show you this map here, you're going to see we have a very good presence all across the U.S. and a lot in Canada as well. Now, but we're not in just the U.S. and Canada. In fact, we're in 11 different countries. Now, when I hit this drop-down menu here, you'll see all the different countries that we're actually in. Now, this is exciting because over the past 2.5 years, we've actually been rebuilding our foundation. So we haven't done too much growth, even though we're always growing, but we haven't excelled and grow in the way that we've wanted to, because for the past 2.5 years, which I'll talk about in just a bit, we've been rebuilding the foundation because after 50 years of being in the industry, what happens is you have to kind of reinvent yourself for the next 50 years. You know, how are you going to shift to be, be the right company for the new millennials that are coming in the business and serve the top producing agents in the industry? How are we going to do that over the next 20, 30, 50 years and continue that trend? So we've rebuilt the foundation over the past 2.5 years, and now we are excited to do a lot of national advertising, and we're going to start growing significantly over the years to come. So that is our goal. But as you can see, we've done quite a great job. These are all the active offices across North America. Now, to go back here, what we are known for, and I kind of just went over these numbers, we have over 500 offices across the US and Canada, and over just about 8,000 agents in our international network. But here is really the culture of Realty Executives. Is we've always been known to be the professionals of the business, to be the executives. We're not the typical or the average real estate agent in the business. When you join an office, you tend to see a lot of top producing agents, great performers, and these top producing agents like to surround themselves with other top performing professionals in the business. And when you look at our numbers, with just about 8,000 agents across our international network, 32%. When it comes to the agent, our Realty Executives agent compared to the industry, on average, our agents close 32% more closed transaction sides. So we're completing more transaction sides than the average real estate agent. Now, that's a significant number, 32%. I mean, you're pretty much doing an extra deal for every three transactions that you're closing. Now that we do a lot of marketing for that when we're recruiting agents because that is the fact, and this is according to a Riz Media publication. Riz Media is one of the industry-leading publications when it comes to broker performance, and we were ranking in that publication at 32% more closed transaction size. So that's just the hard numbers, but when you look at it, that's how we've built this brand. Is in fact Realty Executives was the creator of the 100% concept because we wanted to reward the top professionals in the business with the most commissions that they can get. So even today, in some areas, we do have 100% commission plans, but not in all areas because that model has changed over the years. Now, what we're coming into now is, what we've done with our technology. As I've mentioned over the past 2.5 years, we've kind of been rebuilding the foundation. Now, a big part of that rebuilding has been our technology. Now, the reason for this is because, as you know, every day technology is just more of something you need. It's an essential part of the business of your everyday practice. And in the past, we were relying on vendors to supply a lot of our technology. And what we've come to realize is that, we wanted full control over it. We wanted to be able to, adapt and innovate the way we wanted to without being held back by any other third party company. So now what we've shifted to is we have our own development team in our Scottsdale, Arizona headquarters. So we have a development team who is constantly coding and building new technology for you on a daily basis. Over the past 2.5 years, we've been able to build brand new websites, email marketing systems, contact manager. You have e-newsletter systems. You have text messaging lead generation programs. So all of this is already integrated in what we call Prime Agent. We'll be going through a lot of Prime Agent in our next session, but primeagent.com is like your one-stop shop to get access to all of these tools. So we'll go through all of it. We'll talk about the benefits and how it can make a big impact in your business. And when you're just talking about the basics of building your database, that is really what our business revolves around, is building our database. We have the essential tools to help you do that. Now, of course, we're not going to have every product and service because in real estate, there's just too many opportunities out there. But what we've designed is we've designed a tool platform that is the basics of what you need on a daily basis, which revolves around building your database. And we're going to continue to grow on that. Now, one thing about our technology, as you'll see on the left-hand side, of course, it's proprietary. We've built all these tools with our own hands. They work great, and everything works together. So instead of having all these fragmented systems where, if you get a lead from your website, it doesn't sync into your contact manager, that's not what we wanted to do. So we wanted to make sure everything works seamlessly together so you don't have to duplicate any of your work. And then, of course, everything needs to be mobile accessible and responsive. So if you send an email out to a customer, that email should adapt to the size of their phone or their tablet or their computer screen because it's a responsive format. Everything needs to be mobile accessible nowadays for not only your customers, but for you. So if you're out there showing a property and you need a, email a drip campaign out, you can do that from your phone. So that's just a quick glimpse of the integrated suite of technology we call Prime Agent, but we'll be diving a whole lot into that over the coming sessions here today. Now, as far as how we're positioned for growth, as I mentioned, 2.5 years, we've been rebuilding our brand. You'll see on the bottom right, we have the new sleek logo. Just like with any company, McDonald's, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, you always got to keep your logo updated and modern and fresh. So over the past 2.5 years, we've done a lot of work to rebuild the brand vision where we're all thinking the same. Now, we really want to explain this to you because, when it comes to doing your marketing flyers, when it comes to your websites, everything should be using the same brand vision. That way, if a client has a great experience with Realty Executives in New York and then moves out to Canada and, wants to work with another Realty Executives agent, they should be able to see the same logo and the same brand across all of the companies that they do business with under the Realty Executives umbrella. So everything that's in Prime Agent has the new logo and has the new look and feel to it. Now, as I mentioned, we've been technology forward thinking. That's one of the huge initiatives we've been embarking on. We've developed excellent products for you guys to use. And at the end of the day, all of this wouldn't mean nothing if you didn't have training and customer support to help you with all of the things that we've developed. So when you do want to go and get your website running, and maybe today's the day you want to turn it on, we have a training team or a support team who will hold your hand and they'll do a one-on-one appointment with you, and they'll spend 30 minutes on a call to make sure you have all the things on the website that you would like on there. Now, our websites out of the box are ready to go, so you really don't have to do anything. But if you really want to help your business go to the next level and you want to start adding things to your website to, get your brand recognition online, there are some things that we can help you out with. So, even when it comes to email campaigns or learning about our lead generation systems, our customer support team is always willing to help out. And of course, we have a whole wealth of training, live webinars, and videos that are published in the library that you can always have access to. So I'll show you how to get to those things in just a bit as well. So there you go. That's a quick introduction to the brand. If you have any questions or comments, once again, you can always use your control panel at the top right of your screen, and that's where you can ask all your questions in there. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Let's talk about some of the essential marketing pieces that you're going to need to get started as a new executive. And I forgot to mention, welcome to Realty Executives. You're taking a huge leap in whether you're moving from another company to here, or maybe you just got your license and you affiliated yourself with Realty Executives. Congratulations! That's a great step to a successful career. I'm sure in your current office, there's a lot of top producers and mentors who can help show you the ropes, and you have great brokers that are there to support you. And by all means, you definitely want to use the resources of the broker that you're currently, working with, because they're going to have programs and coaching and training that's in addition to what we already have at International. So please tap into both sides of it. That's the beauty of being with an international company, is that you get the best of, the local support and training and whatever is provided through the broker, but you also get the other side of it from the international company as well. So please tap into both of the resources that are available to you. So let's talk about business cards and pocket folders. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into Prime Agent. And what I should first do is start from the very beginning, because if you are brand new to Prime Agent, what you're going to do is type in primeagent.com. So this is how you get to our intranet site. The first thing you want to do is type in your username and password. Now, your broker should have already sent you an email so you can log in with your username and password. If you have not received an email or you do not know what your username and password is, what you can do is you can first try here. So maybe if you forgot your password or you forgot your username, you can try these links and go through the process. But if that still doesn't work, you can always go to your local office administrator, see if they can help you out, or you can talk with one of our representatives. And here's one of the ways that you get a hold of our customer service team is with this chat service at the bottom right. So Monday through Friday, if you're looking to get help, you can come in here, type in your name, and then one of our team members will do a live chat with you right on the spot. This is the easiest way and the fastest way to get answers for what you're looking for. If you call us, we'll be able to help you out. But, the chat service is quick and easy, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will learn to appreciate the quick response on that. So try it out. But once you log in, let's go ahead and log into my account here. There's so many resources. In our next session, we'll go through the overview of Prime Agent. But as I mentioned, I want to start with some of the basic marketing materials. So what I'm going to do is click on marketing. And first, I'm going to start here in what we call the Print Center. Now, when you come here into the Print Center, you're going to see three options here. All you need to do is click on the one that says Rex Print. And then, of course, you can explore the other ones. But let's just go into Rex Print for now. And here we see business support materials. I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to click on business stationery products. And then I have a few options. I'm going to start with business cards. So in here, you'll see a few different templates for our business cards. These are all approved designs and marketing artwork. And then what you'll do is once you find the design that you like, you just click on select item, and then it'll ask for your name and your contact information exactly how you want it spelled out on the business card. For 500 cards, you're looking at $45. And then, of course, as you increase the quantity, the price gets a little more affordable. So if you're looking to get business cards right away, typically it takes 5 to 7 business days to get shipped to you. So the sooner you can place your order, the better. Now, this is just one place you can get your business cards. I'll be showing you a few others in just a bit. What I want to do is take a step back, and now I want to show you the pocket folders. So we'll click here on pocket folders. And here we have 2 different designs. We have the dark blue, and then we have the white folders. So you can pick and choose which one you would like to use. And once again, here's the pricing for those folders. Now, and these folders are basically, if you want to put your contracts into these folders and hand them out at the listing appointment or hand them out to your buyers when they sign a contract, that's essentially what these folders are for. Okay. Pocket folders, let's see what else I have on the list here. So we got business cards, pocket folders. Before I go into name badges, this is what we call the print center. So marketing print center. But I want to show you our business partner page. So under marketing business partners, we have quite a few vendors that we've partnered with. We call them our business partners. And I'll show you a few that also allows you to get business cards ordered. But before I go into that, let me explain the whole business partnerships program. So, over the years, we've developed some great partnerships with many different companies that are out there. And, in this case, let's just use this one as an example, Lens Design. This company is known for postcard marketing. If you want to do your just listed and just sold postcards, or if you want to tap into neighborhood marketing within a farming area, you can go to their website and you're going to get, in most cases, a lot of these vendors provide discounts for working just for being with realty executives. So you can take a look at that. And then if you go down the list, we have many different partnerships. We have one for continuing education. So once you have been in the business for a while, typically every 2 to 4 years, you have to renew your license. So we have discounts provided through on-course learning for that. If you're looking for sales training by Mike Ferry and Tom Hopkins and some of the leading industry trainers in the business, you can go in here and there's a whole library of training videos that is available for that. So you can take a look through that. If you're looking for social media training, if you're scratching your head and, how do I dominate my social media to be a lead generation source? City Blast is the company who can help you out with that. Now, of course, we do a lot of training on digital marketing and social media training, social media marketing as well. So I would first and foremost, encourage you to visit some of our training that we already have on this. But if you're just looking for a company to take care of it for you, you don't have time to take care of it, then you can look into City Blast, and they have some great opportunities here for you. And Oakley Signs and Graphics, if you're looking to order yard signs, the list goes on and on. So you'll just want to go through here and take a look. As a new agent, what I do want to point out, though, right away with our business partnerships is Verizon Wireless and AT&T. So if you are using one of those cell phone providers, you can get 17% off your monthly phone bill for both providers. And then with Verizon, you'll get an additional 25% off of any accessories that you buy through Verizon. So take a look at that. Just follow the instructions in this text. And it takes about a month and a half or 2 months or 2 billing cycles for it to go through. So the sooner you can get on that, the better. And just take a look at the rest here when you get a chance. So what I want to do is I want to show you a few other places where you can order your business cards and pocket folders. So we're going to first talk about the US and then we'll talk about Canada. So here for the US, we have one that's called merrillshop.com. So all you have to do is click on this link here and it's going to take you to our Realty Executives landing page for Merrill. Now, you can explore everything here. I just wanted to show you the home page, but you can see they have they have some business cards that are the ones I just showed you, but they also have different designs as well, so you can take a look at those. They also have different designs for the pocket folders as well. So this is just another option if you're looking for marketing materials. And above and beyond that, they have listing flyers and postcards that you can order. There's a wealth of marketing materials in this area. Now, going back here, so that was Merrill. There's another one I want to show you for the US, and that's going to be J. Ponte. So J. Ponte is right here, J. Ponte Printing. If you click on this link here, it'll take you to the landing page again, and then just click on this one on the left that says Enter Catalog. And in here, you'll be able to see any of the marketing materials. Now, with this preferred vendor, they've been one of our preferred partners for so long that a lot of their marketing materials still has the older logo on it. So just keep that in mind. We would prefer that you use marketing materials with the newest logo. So there are a lot of things like the business cards. If I click into this category, you'll see that we do have the new logo designs in there. But please, we would prefer you guys to use the new logo. But this is just another opportunity. If you're looking for pocket folders, if you're looking for letterheads or notepads with the Realty Executives logo on it, you can tap into this. In this J. Ponte, they also have name badges as well. And they even have wearables. So if you're looking for a nice polo shirt to wear with the Realty Executives logo, they have all those options in here. So just take a look through here. This is the place where you would get your name badges. Now, to switch over to Canada. So in Canada, we have Color Tech Marketing. If you're looking to get your marketing materials from a local Canadian company, that might help out a lot, especially when it comes to the shipping and handling. So if you just click on this link, you'll be able to explore the marketing materials through this company. So on the left-hand side, you'll see all the categories. Here's the business cards, and then in here somewhere, you'll also find the pocket folders as well. Okay. All right, so that covers some of the basics. Let's go over to our agenda here and see if we missed anything. Now that talks about the three basic items that we wanted to go through first. Now the next things we want to go through is the listing presentations and the yard signs. So let's first talk about listing presentations. If you go into marketing, click into the new marketing library. And from here, please explore the marketing library. We have many different categories. But I want to first start off with is the listing presentations. So if you go into the category that's called listing and prospecting materials, you can click on this. And then in here, the first presentation I want to show you is the consumer marketing. So this is basically for any customer that you do business with, preferably, buyers. On the listing side, you're going to actually hand over your listing presentation. But here is a consumer marketing promo packet. So we'll click on the executive promo packet here. And I'll just give you, here's the quick web magazine to give you an idea of how this looks. And let me make it a little bit bigger here. So you'll notice that this is just a place where you can put your personal guarantee, you can put your mission statement. It's basically like a resume booklet that you're handing over to your customers. You can put your qualifications. Now, this is already pre-formatted and templated. It's available in a PowerPoint format. So when you open this in PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint, you can edit anything in here. Now, all of this is already in the PowerPoint format. So if you did want to keep like these 2 pages, that's great, and just customize your name at the bottom, you can do that. Or if you want to add an additional page that's completely new to this, you can do that as well. So this is all flexible, all customizable, and this is called our executive promo packet. So you can download that by just clicking on this link here and downloading it as the PowerPoint file. Now, if I take a step back, so still in the listing and prospecting category, here you're going to see the PowerPoint slide presentation. Now, when I click here on the listing presentation, let's see if I can give you a rough idea of what this looks like. So here, that's the front page. And then here you can take a picture of this of the listing that you're going to be going into and put it inside of the listing presentation here. And once again, there's about 36 slides in here. You don't have to use every slide, but if you do want to customize anything or remove something you don't want to use, you can do that and just keep the things that you do want to use. But there's a lot of great infographics in here. There's a lot of great valuable information for the seller to read through. And then, of course, with any listing presentation, you're going to want to add your CMA analysis. So you're going to want to add any comparables that relate to their listing. But this is also in PowerPoint format. So all you have to do is download the listing presentation, and then you can customize it however you would like. So that's where you're going to get your hands on to the listing presentations, okay? Okay, let's see what else we have here. Now we're going to go into the yard signs. So if you haven't ordered any yard signs yet, we recommend that you order them through our preferred partner, which is Oakley Signs. So I'll go back into our business partnerships page. And here with Oakley Signs, this is their company here. Just go ahead and click on this link. And by the way, if you see this little banner that says special offers at the top left, you can see here that there's a 50% promo code if you use this. So if you're new to the business and you need 3 signs so you can go out there and start marketing to sellers and get some listings, you're going to want to use that promo code because that's a great discount. So you'll go in here, you'll click on this link, and as you go through the ordering process, it'll ask you for that promo code. But if you're looking to order these signs, you click here where it says main sign panels, click into that category, and then you'll see all of our approved signs here. Now, of course, we have a few different templates. The ones that we're trying to recommend is these die cut signs. We've had a lot of brokers switch over to these die cut signs because they stand out in the community. And you need a special type of print company who can actually cut in the shape of the shield. Now, this is our most widely adopted one. Here's either the 30 by 24 or the 20 by 24, and you can see it has plenty of room to put your name or even your photo, your phone number, your website. Of course, the name of your brokerage needs to be on there, and then you'll see that we actually cut out the shape of the shield into the sign. So these look quite amazing in the community, and it's gonna have a lot of heads turning once you start putting these up in your communities. So you can go through here, you'll see the pricing index on the right hand side, and then once you go through the ordering process, it'll ask for a promo code so you can get those discounts. If you need help with ordering any of that, you can always reach out to their customer support team, and they'll be able to gladly walk you through that process. Now, if you have your own sign company, and maybe you just need the artwork so you can provide to your local vendor to print the signs, let me show you how to do that. So we're going to go back into the marketing library. And in here in the marketing library, we're going to get into logos, fonts. I'm sorry, here where it says yard signs. So we actually created its own category called the yard signs. So I'm going to click on that. And you're going to see this one on the left with the dark blue, that's our luxury branding. So whatever you define as luxury in your marketplace, and really we leave that up to the broker and leave that up to you to decide what's the luxury price. But here, if you want to do some luxury branding, that is the sign that we use for our luxury estates. Now, the one on the right is the one for every other listing. And in here, you can download our graphic standards manual. So first and foremost, you'll want to download the graphic standards manual to provide to the company that you're working with. So that way they have the right colors, the right specs, and all the details that they need. And then down below, typically they're going to ask for an artwork. So let's say you're going to use this sign here with the die cut. And I don't know. I mean, a lot of companies can't even do the die cut signs. So if you're using a local vendor, you want to check with them to see if they can even do this type of signage. If not, you'll have to use the traditional rectangular ones. But regardless, you just click on the artwork, and then you'll be able to download each of the files. So if you're looking by 18 by 24 die cut sign, you click on download the file, and then that's the artwork that you would provide to that local vendor that you're working with. So if you need help with any of that, you can always reach out to our customer service team. We'll be glad to help you out with that. So there you go. That covers the basics of the marketing materials. And once again, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask that in the chat box at the top right of your screen, and then I'll get to those in just a bit. The next thing we're going to dive into is our international communications and our international blog. Now, before I dive into that, you guys might be hearing some rain in the background. Here in San Diego, that's where I'm headquartered out of, and there's a lot of rain pouring down over the past couple of days. So sorry if there's some background noise. Hopefully you guys can't hear it, but yeah, it's raining pretty hard around here. It's nice to have some rain. So getting back here, we're going to get into international communications and the international blog. So, the easiest way for Realty Executives International to communicate with all of our brokers and our executives is through email. And of course, we have Prime Agent. So that is, where we plug in all of our marketing and resources and our tools for you guys. But whenever there's something that we need to communicate with you about, Maybe there's a new business partner that's come on board, or maybe there's a special training that's hosted by one of our business partners, or maybe there's even a new discount that's available to you. We need to be able to effectively communicate that to you. So here is one example of a type of communication that you'll get from us. This is one of our preferred business partners called AdWorks. Basically, if you go to CNN. So if a customer goes to CNN or a customer goes to, some of these big companies like Fox News or anything like that, if you want to get your ads posted on those different websites, you can use AdWorks to help you out with that. And they'll show your photo, it'll show your name, and the customer can easily get a hold of you. So that's what they specialize in. You can learn more from contacting them. But in this case, this is a dedicated ad for one of our business partners because they're doing a promotional discount of 15% off the market price. So you can come in here, take a look at that, and you'll find more information. And from time to time, we'll have a business partner that has a promotional deal, and we'll send a dedicated email out just about that. Another example here is our quarterly roundup for our business partners. So once a quarter, we're constantly shifting and we're adding new business partners. We're having new promotional discounts. So you'll see in here, here's our quarterly business roundup, and this will list all of the business partners at that particular time. So you'll see we have a partnership with Loop, partnership with ColorTech. We already talked about that. If you're looking for Zillow and Trulia marketing and you want to get discounts on that, or maybe you're already doing Premier marketing with Zillow, and because you're affiliated with Realty Executives, you actually get, I believe it's a 15 to 20% discount. So it's a pretty good discount. So you got to look into that and see what the opportunities are there. But this is our business roundup. It will show all the current business partners and then any new promotional things that they have going on with those different companies. Now, in addition to that, we also have our quarterly tech roundup. So we're constantly innovating and building new technology for you guys. So what you're going to see here is every quarter we'll announce all of the latest enhancements and tools that we've released in that last quarter. So, if you haven't been able to keep up with all the changes, this is just one dedicated email that will make it very easy to keep up with all those changes. And to be honest with you, every week we're releasing 5 to 15 enhancements or new technology tools that can help your business. So we're constantly innovating and creating new things. And this is just an easy way to keep up to date on what's going on. Now, the easiest way to stay in the loop is what we call our executive news. Now, our executive newsletter goes out once a month to all of the real estate agents within our network. Now, if you wanted just one simple way to stay in the loop of what's going on, you can just pay attention to this one email. And if at all, if you just needed one email to stay in touch with, this is the one that you're going to want to make sure that you keep an eye on. Now, what this executive news includes, it includes any new training opportunities for the month. And then you'll even have a link to download the flyer. And this will show all the training events that we're hosting from Realty Executives International. And everything is through a live webinar. So it's very easy to get access to. We record a lot of our webinars, so maybe you couldn't attend it. If you register for the webinar, you'll still be able to most likely get a recording for that. Now, we don't record everything, but in most cases, we do record. And then if you scroll down, you'll see new to Prime Agent. So once again, if there's anything new that we've released to Prime Agent for that month, we'll go ahead and include it here. PR opportunities for superstar millennials. So this is the latest executive news that went out. Now, this is a topic that's about, us wanting to get your input. So we're trying to build some national stories, some press around Realty Executives, ultimately to help drive business to you guys. And one of the stories that we're going to be pitching over the next several months is superstar millennials. So take a look at that, read through that, and if you have any suggestions, please go ahead and send us an email to publicrelations@realtyexecutives.com. And then here you'll see Oakley Signs and Graphics. So they have some promotional things that are going on, and you can use those promotional codes here. And then just the basics. If you want to get a hold of us through social media, if you want to reach out to customer service, we include that information there. So that's our executive news. That actually gets sent out on the last Thursday of every month. or I'm sorry, it's the third Thursday of every month. So the third Thursday of every month, you'll get this executive newsletter. Okay. All right. Now, one last thing to talk about communications, because these emails are so important to keep you in the loop of what's going on. Whatever email program that you're using, you want to make sure that you tell your email system that these emails should not go to spam, that they should go to your inbox. Now, I don't know how every email program works, but here at Realty Executives, we recommend that our executives use Gmail for their email services. So if you are using Gmail, the easiest way to do that is if you click up here where it says mail and then click into contacts, all you have to do is add a contact to your contact management system in Gmail, and you can put the name as Realty Executives International. And then in the email field, you're going to put communications at realtyexecutives.com. So that's communications at realtyexecutives.com. Now, by adding the contact record in there, Gmail is going to accept all those emails that come from us, and it's going to send it right to your inbox so they don't get lost in the spam or the junk folder. So please take the time to do that if you're using Gmail. If you're using another email client service, then please try to figure out what's the best way to add it to there. Now, moving on, I want to talk about our international blog. So we've been doing a whole lot of blogging from Realty Executives International. In fact, a lot of our training, we talk about blogging and the opportunities of that. And one of the things that we love to work with you guys on is if you have a great story to share with the world, maybe you hold a successful community event and you had, hundreds of people come to that event, and maybe it was for a great cause, a great charity that's in the community. And at the end of that event, you took a ton of videos, a ton of photos, and it was just a good feeling. And maybe you got some business out of it at the end of the day. So if you have a successful event like that, we want to hear about those things so we can work with you to get some national exposure on that. So what we have is what we call a send us your good news. So in Prime Agent, if you click on the company menu, you'll see where it says send us your news. This is probably one of the most underused, opportunities that we give to you guys. So you'll see some different ideas, charity events. Maybe you were awarded with a prestigious award for your particular county or state or community that was given to you by the local board of realtors. Things like that we want to hear about. And all you have to do is fill out this form, give us some details about the story, and preferably we would like to hear about it after the effect or after the event. So if you are going to get an award, you're going to want to wait till you actually get the award, and then you'll share that story with us. Or if you're going to host an event, you're going to want to wait till that event has completed, take all your photos, take all your videos, and then send us those details. And in here, you can add photos. You can send us the links to the videos, so those videos will need to be uploaded to YouTube or something like that. And then if you have any other attachments, maybe there's a flyer that you handed out during that event, you can give us all those details and then click submit. And then what happens, this goes to our international team, and then we'll reach out to you so we can build a national story around it. And chances are, in most cases, we'll publish it to our international blog. So you'll see here's one of our latest stories about Neil Mathweg. He's up in the Wisconsin area, and he has this amazing podcast that's called the Onion Juice Podcast. In fact, if you just go to your podcast app on your phone and you type in the Onion Juice, you'll come across Neil's podcast, and it's all about real estate, tips and strategies for embracing social media and digital marketing. He is just a great trainer, and we're just glad to have him on the team. But he, reached out to us and said, "Hey, David, it would be great if you guys could help me get my story out there about, the success of our podcast." Now, he's already been doing that for a couple years, and he's already got the success. So for us to generate a story around that, and then what happens is we'll publish that on our international website, but then we'll also share this blog on our Facebook accounts, on our LinkedIn accounts, on our Twitter accounts. So we'll help you get the word out there. And the other benefit is once it's on our international site, you can then share the link to this blog on your social media. So if you're on Snapchat and Facebook, all you have to do is click on the link, and then share it to your social media so then you can share with all the people you know. So there's a lot of opportunity there. Please, if you have anything special, share that with us because we would love to help you build some more exposure around that. Okay, now that brings us to our last topic, which is customer service. So I've already showed you here in Prime Agent. At the bottom right of your screen, you can easily get a hold of us through this chat feature. This is the fastest way to get answers, so I would recommend you go here first. If it is something that you need to jump on a call with us, you can still initiate the chat and say, I'd prefer if you can just, give me a call whenever you have some time. And if you can spend 20 minutes with me through my website, I'd greatly appreciate it. So we are willing to do those things as well. So this is the preferred way. But if I go back to this agenda, and I'll be emailing this sheet out to everyone, you can also email us at customerservice@realtyexecutives.com, or you can call us at 800-252-3366. So in addition to this agenda, I'll also send you the introduction to the brand here, and I'll be emailing that to you later on this afternoon. And then you'll also get a link to the recording of this webinar as well. So that's going to take care of it for our first session. Looks like we went about 45 minutes, which is great. What we're going to do now is we're going to take an hour and 15-minute break, and we're going to jump back onto this webinar at 11 a.m. Now, please keep in mind, this is very important. When you registered for this course, you received an email that had a link for you to join me on this webinar. So what you're going to do is you're going to use that same link and that same information throughout the day to join me on the 11 a.m. session and the 1 p.m. session. So you're going to continue to use that to join us on this same webinar. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and see if we have any questions. So once again, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, I would love to hear that. You can ask your questions there on the right-hand side of your screen, and I'll go ahead and go through those now. So we do have quite a few questions that have come in. So let's go ahead and take care of these now. So which search engine works best? Google, Firefox. I have a Mac, so I use Safari. Okay, so to answer that, I think you're not really talking about search engine because, at the end of the day, Google is the best. But when it comes to the correct browser, so here I'm using Safari on my Mac. You can use Firefox, you can use Google Chrome. They all work great, and all of our technology works with any of the web browsers that you use. So you can use any of them. Will we have access to the slides? They would be good to have in a meeting. So yes, I'll send those out to you by this afternoon. For those of us in Canada, the cost seems to be only in the US funds. Is there going to be fees added for cross-border? So yeah, and that's why I showed two options. So if you're looking to order marketing materials in Canada, you're going to want to use ColorTech because they are a local company, and your fees might be reduced when it comes to the shipping and handling. Okay, so let's see. I think you should have focused more on the Prime Agent website. So yeah, we are. We're going to focus a whole lot on Prime Agent website. So this is just the first session. We have another one at 11 a.m. and we're going to talk a whole lot about Prime Agent. And then the one at 1 p.m. is also going to talk about Prime Agent, specifically the websites and on-demand features. But you bring up a good point. So let's talk about the agenda that's coming up soon so you guys can be motivated to join me on the next sessions. So at 11 a.m., we're going to talk about the essential steps that you need to take to maximize your online profile. So everyone with the company gets an online profile. We're going to show you how to take advantage of your branded email. And then we're going to talk about the basics of making sure you know how to get to your contact manager, you know how to check on your leads, you know how to use the free email broadcast system and the listing automation tools, which automatically create your flyers and postcards. So if you're taking 30 to 45 minutes to craft all of these new listing templates, you don't have to do that anymore because our computer systems do all of that for you. So we're going to talk all about that at the 11 a.m. session. And then at the 1 p.m. session, we're going to talk about the important tools that will help you generate referrals and new business. So we have some amazing lead generation systems that we'll be talking about at 1 p.m. So yeah, we'll definitely be diving into that later on today. Okay, let's see what else we have here. What do we do if we aren't receiving these newsletters? So once again, you're going to receive them. If you have a login to Prime Agent, you're absolutely going to be receiving those, okay? If you are not getting them, chances are they're going to your spam folder. So I would recommend, once again, if you're using Gmail, add communications at realtyexecutives.com to your contact manager. Or you can always, get a hold of us at customer service just to make sure that you are on the distribution list, okay? All right, perfect. So yeah, I mean, there was one person that mentioned, we didn't really talk about Prime Agent, and yes, that is true because this is broken down into 3 sessions. In our next 2 sessions, it's basically going to be all about Prime Agent. So this is not the end. Please continue to join us for the upcoming sessions, which are probably the most important. But in this first session, we just want an overall introduction to the brand and how you can get started with some of those basic marketing materials. So thank you all. I'll be back on this webinar at 11 a.m. and I'll see you guys soon in about an hour and 10 minutes. Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye.